I don't always review downloadable content for some of my favorite video games out there because so much stuff comes out in a year, but the last time Horizon got DLC for Zero Dawn, The Frozen Wilds, I really enjoyed that, so I was looking forward to checking out the Burning Shores for Horizon Forbidden West, and Sony sent me out a review code so I could dive into this game. It's taken me a little while to play through the entirety of it, but I just wrapped up, and I streamed some of this, and I think everybody, including myself, was blown away by the visual fidelity of this game. It levels up even on the beautiful Horizon Forbidden West base game on the PlayStation 5. And of course you can play Horizon Forbidden West on the PlayStation 4 as well, but there's some controversy around this DLC because you cannot play the DLC on PS4. It's PS5 only, but that allowed Guerrilla Games, I think, to kind of juice the engine a bit and get a little bit more out of it because it is absolutely jaw-dropping, stunning when you're looking at the visuals of this game. I was blown away streaming it on a smaller TV here, but when I blew it up on my OLED and was playing it on the bigger screen, I couldn't believe how beautiful this is. I think this may be, it's in the running for the best looking open world game on PlayStation 5 currently, and there's clearly some visual tech in there that's just incredible to witness. Everything's in super fine, crisp resolution, there's all kinds of beautiful lighting effects and glares off of the camera. Of course it has an incredible photography mode, so if you want to get into the engine and take all kinds of beautiful photos, you can do that while you're playing the game. And what I also really dig about this DLC, just like I did with Frozen Wilds, is that it extends Aloy's adventure, and it gives Aloy a new villain to go up against, but also some new allies to make. And most importantly, I think, is her relationship with this new character named Seika, who is fantastic in the game. She's a great ally for Aloy, who has been talking to herself through great big stretches of the Horizon adventures that she's been on. Of course, she's been able to use her focus and chat with different people, including Lance Reddick, rest in peace, who has a big prominent spot within this game as well, and it hits you when you hear his incredible voice in the game. But she has a much more intimate and interesting relationship with Seika, who is trying to figure out what has happened to her sister, who has been brainwashed alongside a lot of her friends from her tribe by this technologist who is this charming kind of futurist played by Sam Witwer, and the character's name is Walter Londra, and he has got all kinds of cool technology at his disposal, and he's bringing back to life a lot of these ancient giant mechanical beasts and has control over some of his followers as well, so you're gonna have to contend with some of these characters coming up to face you and shoot at you and throw all kinds of bombs on you as Aloy. And it's fun. You're fighting against these brainwashed, militarized Londra followers as well as all kinds of mechanized beasts, some of them that are spewing acid or shooting out some of these egg sacs that will give birth to these drones that will just be relentlessly pursuing you, and you're trying to grapple with these massive beasts that will try to stomp you and these little itty-bitty ones that are ruthlessly pursuing you, and it's really fun. It's nice to deal with all of these sort of layers of challenges in this gorgeous setting, which is a dilapidated former Los Angeles. You even get the Hollywood sign in the background and specific areas in there. You're going inside a volcano, so you're going to see all kinds of lava, and you're introduced to new mechanical creatures. One of them is this water wing that allows you to not only fly, but also dive under the water. And that's the other amazing thing about this franchise, and this game in particular, is the underwater world is as beautiful as what you see above the waves. And it's so freaking fun to explore. Now, the core path for finishing the story campaign in Burning Shores won't take you that long, and it's kind of like guiding you all the way along there, but there is lots of area within this part of the map, which is brand new and introduced in this DLC, that you can just go off and explore and collect. And of course you can use all of this exploration to upgrade all the things that you might not have upgraded when you completed the main game, like the potion pouches or the quivers for your arrows and things like that. And of course you can buy new equipment from the Quen, which is this new group of people that you meet in Burning Shores, and Seika is a part of the Quen. and you're introduced to their philosophies and their outlook on things. All of that storytelling is really, really well handled. It's beautiful to watch. The cut sequences are incredible. My only real issues with this DLC is that it's been a long time since I played the core game. You have to have finished the full experience of Horizon Forbidden West. You have to have a PlayStation 5, and then you get a call and you can kind of start your mission by going to this area on the map. But as beautiful as this sort of open world landscape is to explore, once you get into sort of the tighter constraints of some of the bases and some of the giant mech kind of creatures that you enter into, things get a little less beautiful and a lot more clumsy and clunky. I didn't enjoy all of the combat situations as much as I enjoyed the exploration and just sort of taking in the world of Horizon Forbidden West. And I think that's been kind of the way with this series all the way along. I mean, there's a nice balance of systems and cool things to do for sure, but I don't know if I would put the combat at the top of the line because there's a bit of a routine to just trying to find the bomb or the projectile weapon that's going to do the most damage and chip away at the armor on these different mechanical beasts and stuff. And so there's a little bit of a rinse and repeat kind of quality to that. And you're introduced to some technology in Burning Shores that really ups your firepower, and that's the default one that you go to. But it's hard to quibble because there's so much game, there's so much area. Even in this DLC, it feels robust enough to justify its purchase price. It feels robust enough that it could be a standalone experience if Sony and Guerrilla Games wanted to do that. You could just purchase this and just experience a chip of the giant map that you get within the game. And I did have to kind of reacquaint myself with the systems. That's what happens when you walk away from the game for a little while. But after a while, everything became second nature, and so I was rolling and reloading and picking up berries and, activating all kinds of ways to augment myself, putting new weaves into my outfits and putting new coils into my weaponry. And I had a lot of fun. I think this is a really solid extension to an excellent game. I don't think it hits and registers with as much kind of wow as Horizon Forbidden West did, apart from the fact that it's visually absolutely stunning. And there are some pretty cool new story decisions in here that have an impact afterwards. There's an epilogue, and you hear the chatter, and there's a resonance there, which is cool. But in terms of gameplay, it was a lot of the familiar kind of retooled a little bit or repurposed a little bit. Still, though, I think this is a great pickup. I think this is a great pickup for fans of Horizon Forbidden West. It's also going to be an excellent addition to the inevitable Game of the Year or collected edition of Horizon Forbidden West. And I think you should play it. I think this is a great experience. I'm going to give Horizon Forbidden West DLC, The Burning Shores, an 8.5 out of 10.